Okay, what are we on? I think this is basically about week 4 for the lettuce. And as you can see, we've had a rather nice growth from last week. There's a lot of new leaves coming in here, so it's time to start harvesting some of the lower back ones. Do a little trimming. First harvest is going to be a little small because it's still not fully up there, but I'm going to get rid of some of these back leaves that are starting to kind of fade a little bit. But look at the colors on these, they're amazing. This one right here is the summer bib, the butterhead. The black seed is Simpson, and this one in particular seems to be doing the best of them all. So this I'm really impressed with, and can't wait to try these different ones. And this is the salad bowl, interesting shape on the leaves compared to the others. And then this is the Grand Rapids leaf lettuce, and this is a red romaine, which is kind of funny because I don't see any red anywhere. So we'll see. That was number 5, right? Yeah. Anyway, exciting. I'll just pick one of these to show the root for. I'll just pick this one, I guess. And they're starting to kind of grow into each other in there, but that's the root coming off of that lettuce. Like I said, they're all kind of going into each other. But it's absolutely amazing. I love growing lettuce this way. I'm not saying it's healthier or better for you than the soil, but it is a way to grow lettuce indoors during the winter under an LED light without the benefit of a greenhouse. And it's a neat experiment. So thank you. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit harder to see at this angle, but we'll move it in closer. I've got 2 different ones. These 2 right here are the catnip. This one was the one that was in the soil. It had 2 leaves and then the other 2, and it's getting another 2 in there. So I think this is going to start taking off pretty soon. Plus I see some lower leaves growing in there. So I think this one you're going to see some growth out of. This is the one that I had in the soil, and that soil I had was arguably the worst soil I've ever seen in my life. So I poured some water in there, enough that it drained out the bottom. I took my finger and scraped it back, and it was bone dry under there, just a 1/4 inch or less. So the soil wasn't very good, so I took it out of there and I put it into a grow medium. So we should have 2 catnips coming along for our cats, and then this is my Aji pineapple, which is just barely getting started, and I can't wait to see that chili pepper grow. So again, this is a cat food container, probably a 20-ounce soda bottle, and maybe a liter soda bottle. Alright, we've got my 2 Swiss chard here and my kale. This Russian blue kale is starting to take off. We're getting some more leaves, so I think you're going to start to see this grow pretty good here in the near future. And as you can see, starting to get a little more root growth and a little bit more fluid absorption. So long story short, I'm pretty happy with the kale. I don't know what the deal is with the Swiss chard. This one just does not seem to want to be growing very well. Wow. It's got a better root structure to it. I may want to fill up the other one with a little bit more fluid, because I'm not sure it's in the fluid. That might be part of the problem. But it's just growing kind of weirdly. The leaves are a little limp. I'm not too overly impressed with the way the Swiss chard is growing. The kale, like I said, is starting to come along, so I think it'll be good. I'm still not so sure on the Swiss chard, but we'll see what happens in the next week or so. Alright, I'm really excited about this one. This one, ever since I sprouted the thing, has been going to town. Got this new leaf just opened up, and we got another one there. And we got another little small one growing in there, so I think you're going to start to see this take off even more than it already has. Which is pretty amazing, and check out the root that we're getting on that already. It's pretty cool, so super excited to see what happens with this one. It's going to town. This bell pepper starting to grow. We got our other 2 opening up, and they're getting a little bit bigger, and we got some more leaves coming out of the middle, so I think you're going to start to see that move along as well. And I don't pick these up to look at the roots on my own, but this bottom is in the solution a little bit, so it doesn't have any roots sticking out quite yet, but as it uses up some of the solution, it'll gradually grow down. So I'm not worried about that. But anyway, these two plants doing really good. This one took a long time to get sprouted, but once it started going, it's doing okay. And this one just took off from day one. So if you want to grow lemon cucumbers inside using a Kratky method, I would strongly suggest them because they seem to do really well so far. Alright, so basically that was week 4 on the lettuce. I don't know what it is on the others because I haven't been really keeping track. Most excited about the lemon cucumber, and honestly probably the Aji pineapple chili pepper, because I want to make some hot sauce and a few other things with it, and I want to see the beautiful yellow fruit. They look very nice. The lettuce is unbelievable. It's amazing. I don't think that's going to yield enough to make a lot of salad too frequently. So if you were to grow a couple trays, I think you could have a very large amount of lettuce to eat in a very easy process. So long story short, since starting the Kratky method, I absolutely love it. I think it's a great way to grow things. And as far as growing the catnip, so far it's been working better than the soil, but keep in mind the soil I've been using some sort of horrible potting mix I got from Lowe's or someplace like that, and absolutely horrible stuff. So if you're using legitimate good quality soil, probably a different result. But anyway, this is a fun way to do it at home for practice, and we'll see as these things grow whether the size of the containers are appropriate or whether I need to get bigger ones or not. But for the time being, this is what we're going to use, and we'll see what happens. So thank you for joining me. Week 4, Brian, I'm out.